I can do that right now.
Okay. And two, um, when the doctors need anything for the hospital, is it possible for me to give them to them?
It should be. I just need to talk to Eve or Nancy or somebody so we can get my fucking store or my place set up.
Mhm.
I think if I can catch Eve later, maybe we'll be lucky, but we'll see.
Okay. And I still need you to give me all the documentation so then I can actually collate it properly and we can have shit working instead of just, winging it and hoping for the best. Because then at least I can check up on people to see if they have had any adverse effects or if they've died.
Yeah.
Because waiting for the 14 days and then them just
What
not responding isn't really giving us too much information.
what is your state ID?
1709. I have also I've fixed up your contract too.
Who's Jordan Lewis again? Yeah.
So your contract is actually makes a little bit more sense. Now, what do you want to do about this Benji issue?
What do I want to do about the Benji issue? I don't
Yes.
know what to do.
Well, I mean,
If he's gonna have a hissy fit because I'm telling him not that I don't want people with literally miles of rap sheet in the company, because that is part of the reason we were even allowed to have the company. I'm not
well,
getting my company closed down because he's having a fucking tantrum.
100%, I get
I'm
that,
not
right?
letting him
But
fire people. I'm not gonna give him that kind of status. Like,
who do you have working for the company at the moment?
not really anyone yet. Why
I
is
do have another alternative. I'll talk to you
Rock
after.
calling me now? What's up?
Yo, I sent you.
Huh?
You get the money I sent you.
Possibly.
What do you mean possibly, man?
I haven't checked my bank recently.
The hell you're that rich? You never check it?
No, not really.
The hell I'm poor, man.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising.
Do you have any of the I talked to you about the shit with TJ?
Hmm?
He wants uh mm, the fucking tranquilizer shit.
Oh, he wants to tranquilize a horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him I would see if it's possible, but I didn't know, and I don't know how much you want to charge for that.
It's probably another 200 grand on top of that, I'd say.
You all right?
So, I don't know how
I mean, he said he's down, whatever the price is. But if you can't get it, I can get it to him. But I'll leave it up to you.
yeah. 200 grand. I'll see if I can get to it at some point when I'm not tied up in meetings and shit.
You're in meetings right now.
Yeah.
Yo, I've been in meetings so much the past few days.
Yeah, well, that's being a gang leader for you.
Yeah, man, my life is meetings.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in this constant loop of meetings, and then I went to Uwu to work an honest shift, and I got drunk, and I ended up injecting a cop with a bunch of metamorphine.
You're turning into Reed.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You heard me.
I need to get more metamorphine.
Is
Actually,
everything between HOA and Mary good?
yeah, I would say. Mm,
And
I'm not saying
HOA
this
is
in a bad. No, Mary and HOA are fine. I'll just tell you this. I guess just for your own awareness, Mary's close with Hydra, so
I know. That's why I'm asking. I already know all of this shit.
yeah. I mean, everything's fine. So for now, at least. May's not in HOA anymore, though.
May is not in HOA anymore.
Yeah.
That okay. I
She was not
learned.
kicked out, by the way.
She left
Yeah.
because of this.
It's a whole thing, man. But without getting into details, she's just not an HOA anymore.
Right. That's definitely not getting into any details. That's for sure.
I don't want to. Yeah,
What? It's HOA
like
matters.
I know you're close with Seaside, so I don't want to say too much because I don't want to. You'd have to fucking spill other gang matters to Seaside.
Excuse me.
What?
You think I spill other people's business to Seaside?
Well,
I'm not Benji. I don't fucking thirst for tea.
I'm sorry, bro. Seaside. Look, some of this shit happened because somebody in Seaside opened their mouth to Mary. So Seaside, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You're just lumping me in with the entirety of Seaside.
I'm not lumping you in with everyone. Look,
That's fucked up.
okay, look, I'll tell you, I trust you. Look, May
No, just don't
was
do
asked
that.
a question.
Okay.
May was asked a question. Okay.
Right.
A very direct question, and she lied.
All right. So it's an easy. It was an easy question, and then she lied.
It was a question about what happens, how things went down in a certain situation where something could have affected the HOA, and she lied to protect Mary, most likely. And she was told to basically, at that point, it was like, I don't know if you can
Mason
be high
Mount, thank you
command
so
of
much for the
HOA and
donut.
high command of yokai. And she just decided to leave HOA when that was said. So,
Okay. How long are you gonna stick around?
how long do you need me to be around?
I need to talk to Reggie, and then I can call you.
I'll be around for a bit.
Okay. I'll give you a call. If you're not around, you're not around.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Talk to you in a bit. Bye. Go on.
Okay. So the silent investor idea was more of just an empty role where he can sit there if we have a board meeting and he
It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
nothing about it,
If he's on the company, they can still see that he's tied to the company.
which is why it would be a silent one, which means he doesn't actually have a role at the moment.
He's not
So
going to
that
take
might
that.
be enough.
There's no way he's going to take that. When you mean a silent role, what? You want him to have a role without being on the company? He's not going to take that.
Yeah. I'm trying to find alternatives. Now there is another one.
Why is there?
right?
Why do we even need to make an alternative?
Well,
Is this,
unless you want to deal with Benji and how he is.
is he pulling OG orders or something for this?
No, he's not pulling OG orders. It's just I know he's going to be a pain in the fucking ass. We all know this.
He's not even going to be. Why?
Okay, work with me on this one, right?
Okay.
Remember how I was talking about the alternatives to medicine?
Why is Benji like this?
Well, what if the company gets a storefront? He can deal with that.
What do you mean the company gets a storefront?
So a storefront for alternative medicines.
Right, alternative medicines.
Yes. Like teas and all that kind of shit. And he can manage the people that run that and make sure that's stocked. Then he still comes along to board meetings to tell us how he's going with it. Huh?
Right.
Might take that.
Sure.
He just can't get involved in the other stuff.
No, he can get involved if he gets his fucking record expunged.
He's not going to get his record expunged. We all know this. I've said this to him. I said to him, fuck, if you want to try and get your expungement, I'll do it and I won't even charge you for it, right? He came up with, originally he tried to say that he wants 20% of my pay. And I almost said yes just to fuck him up with that. But I told him that I'm going to talk to you about it anyway. But I think if you put him in charge of the storefront side of it and he plays with that, and then he can still enjoy whatever tea he thinks he's going to get out of the meetings, even though I don't think there's really going to be too much to say anyway.
Why is he even interested? It's boring. Like
It's
there's no,
bench.
it's not.
I
Puck.
mean, that's something that we can also do. Is just make it super boring so he just dips out.
Well, it already is. He should realize that. You know what? We'll take him on Monday or tomorrow or whenever. We're gonna take him on a ride, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about company shit.
Types of drugs and what they do.
Yeah, for like 2 hours.
Until he gets fucking bored out of his mind and bails.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. I'm down for that.
All right.
I think that he thinks that it's more than what it is. So
yeah.
he's excited. So I don't know. I've spoke to a couple of cops as well. If you give me the stuff you want to try with people, I know some cops that already want to try for anti-stress.
Mm-hmm.
I need the dates from what you emailed me as well. Be a pain in your ass.
They're all the same dates. They're all dated on 15/08/2023.
Okay, and Snow got his one done?
No, it's the only one that's not done. That's why it's still open.
I'm gonna email you the new thing. It's only been slightly.
Why is Benji like this, chat? Why can't he just motherfucker? The meteor girlfriend. Yeah, he's actually fucking.
Hey, I'm gonna send you a document with it instead.
I was in the car with Dawn and we crashed 7 times in 10 minutes. 11 times. If I die, wait, what the fuck?
State ID.
10:33. No, thank you so much for the 6 months.
Like I said, I only changed it slightly so it's relevant. It's relevant. Other than that, it was fine. It's very basic, so you don't need to really do more. Can do more, but.
Well, that was the idea, that it's basic, but it should just, make sure that we don't get fucked if something does happen.
So, who works in the company at the moment?
There isn't any workers. There's only investors so far.
Okay. Are you looking at getting workers as well? Data researchers and stuff?
Yes.
If we do, you'd probably want to also either NDA them or also they cover it so they can't release any patient information because you're still doing clinical trials and that still come back and bite you.
Yeah, well,
so you got to make sure that they're not spilling any of that kind of shit.
Well, that's for you to do.
Okay, I can do that. I can draft up something for that for whenever that time comes, so it's already ready for it.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to message or email you what the hospital wanted?
Just email.
Okay. We'll do that. We've got 2 patients currently testing the Adderall. They said the only issue with the Adderall is that it's not issue. Only a side effect they've had is like after 30 minutes they just fall over. They're a bit exhausted. And I asked if they've been running around like crazy and doing crazy shit while doing it, and apparently they have a little bit. So.
Wait, I was gonna say, do we not have any?
I don't know. So you understand Adderall, right?
Do I understand Adderall?
Yes.
Ish.
So if the right people take it, it's going to slow them down a little bit more, and they can focus and actually do what they're supposed to. The wrong people, they run around crazy like they're fucking pepped up on speed, because that's basically what it is, right?
Right.
So I think that by the sounds of it, she said that she gave it to Norman, and he's been all excited, writing up stuff on the wall, running around, that kind of shit. So I don't know if he's got too much of a dose of it. Unsure. But I don't know if he would be the right person for it. But that's not my point to make. The diet pills. Are we able to get a liquid version?
Hmm?
Are we able to get a liquid version
A,
of the
li-
diet pills?
a liquid version of the diet pills.
Yes.
Maybe.
Because Ray is put on a bit of weight and he is refusing to take the pills himself. So the gang wanting to find a way that they can, slip it into a shake for him or something like that. Because if we just take it outside the capsule and put it all there, one, it changes the taste. Two, it doesn't absorb correctly.
Right.
So if we can get like a liquid version that can be used, then that might be better.
We can try and research.
Yeah. Well, I think that might end up being a little bit better for the people who refuse to stop eating.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, give me a second. Did she fuck off again already? Andy, please. All right. Well, at least you fucked off.
Do we have pamphlets for adverse effects and stuff like that?
No.
Okay. Do you want me to work on getting them done?
Sure.
So we can hand them to the hospital so they can hand it out with the drugs as well.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Okay. So, when's the last time you spoke with Nick?
When was the last time I spoke with Nick? Like 2 days ago?
Yeah. Okay. So you might catch Nick before I will. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the NA people, that have been marked as potentials. So, first one is Violet Snow, who is ex NBC. Do you know much about her?
Violet Snow. Isn't that Benji's sister or whatever?
Benji's sister's Winter.
Oh. Wait, Violet Snow.
Yes.
Wait, she.
She's Yokai.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. All right. Yeah, no, I didn't know of her, yeah.
Okay, so she's ex
Shadows. Thank you so much for
NBC.
8 months.
Ended up getting blooded out of NBC, but wanted to leave it anyway. Um, there's some red flags that I've seen. It doesn't also sound like Dragon really spoke to her too much about anything. And when I had a talk with her, it sounded a little bit odd, like whatever. But I grilled her a bit. She's good with hacking. However, I think the whole gang politics thing might be a little bit of an issue at points. Main people that she's hung around is Dragon, Acid, JJ, a little bit with Axel. So, when she left NBC, they had a war because Craig said someone took his chain, but then they didn't actually take his chain. They ended up shooting up BSK. Um, she decided to go down there and talk with BSK, to find out their side of what happened,
Benji is about to
and
absorb the
everything
entirety
was
of
fine
Yokai.
after it, apparently. But she did mention during that Craig has no money at that point. So after that happened, they ended up
Inquisitor,
flooding
thank
her
you so
out of
much for the
NBC,
12th.
calling her a snitch for it. I wouldn't really say it's a snitch thing. However, I do have an issue with the fact that, instead of talking to Craig about it, it was more of a I'm going to go talk to the people fighting.
Isn't Benji Redline? Yeah.
However, to what happened is she said that no one else was waking up from NBC. It was just those two. I can't really put that all on her. However, just I don't know. There's a vibe that I get where I feel like gang politics might be somewhat of an issue.
Wait, does Nick know about this? Assuming that's why you're asking when I
Well,
saw
I'm
Nick.
talking. Yes, so I'm talking to you, so you can talk to Nick, get his thoughts. You're going to see him before I will, right?
Likely, yeah.
So I'm just filling you in from my side. So then, if you go to Nick and ask him about these people and see what Nick says, then you can kind of piece shit together.
Okay.
The other person, which you're going to find these all in our emails anyway, the names. So don't act like you don't stress it. You get fine. I know we spoke about this Hardcastle. Yeah,
Repeat that.
Hardcastle.
Yeah, I heard about that, but he also said that that
Yeah.
was an entire package deal thing, which is a bit iffy, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah. So we spoke a little bit about it, but I spoke more with Dragon about it because one of us is potential. I am not a fan of package deal. If I come, this person comes. No, no. I don't like that shit. Stipulating conditions that we have to accept two people on one. We only did that with Mona and Jaco because both of them have lots of history inside Seaside already. So, to me, I think that you remember how we were talking up at the lighthouse about the whole subdivision of Seaside for business and all that kind of shit, and it's supported by Seaside, but it's not really Seaside.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be a better area for like ex cops and that kind of shit. I think involving an ex mayor, ex cop into being a hang around for a gang doesn't really sit too well with me. Um,
Well, shouldn't that be more
it,
of our, like you and I can focus on a different division? Because I am
yes,
not at the end of the day, and I will never be a gangbanger.
yes, I do agree, and that's why I mentioned it. Floated the idea the other day, which we've spoken about in Seaside way back at the start. However, like what was mentioned, yes, there is the chance that one side's going to resent the other side or use the other side more than the other. I think there is a way that it can work where seaside businesses, per se, um, can be protected by seaside with having that somewhat of degree of separation. Do I think that Hardcastle needs to be a hangaround to be involved in that shit? No.
Hardcastle is also in
However,
a.
does it make sense to have Hardcastle as a gang member? Not a chance. It doesn't make sense to me. Like the only one that I would probably bend the rules for is um
Nova?
gonna be would be like fucking the likes of Jenny, but again, she would be more business side, right? The
No.
only reason
Why would you bend the rules
why
for
I would bend
Jenny?
that rule for Jenny is one, I haven't had any real bad run-ins with Jenny, and I've known her for quite a long time, and she's also extremely close to you.
It's always, and they should. Give me a second. Yeah,
So
I don't know. I could see, but again, I would also be very even if you haven't had run-ins with Jenny, she is at the cop at the end of the day. Give me a second. I need to take a leak, and then we can keep talking before
uh,
I explode. They should. At the end of the day, an ex-cop is an ex-cop, and I know it sucks, and I know that people are worried about that. Like Jenny is worried, or Nikki is worried about that if it ever comes to it. But that is how it is. You can't do much about it. Like I'm not gonna tell somebody to shoot a cop to prove that they're not a cop. I feel like that's dumb, but you have to be careful. It's just if you're not, it's stupid and it is not roleplay if you ask me. Because they could be undercover. It's a fact. It could be an undercover cop in infiltrating a fucking group. Druck, thank you so much
So
for 30
with
months.
Jenny, I was talking about like if she left cop, not now.
Well, no, I know. But even so, you still have to be careful. At the end of the day, if somebody leaves cop, it could be all an act, and it could be she could be undercover. Do I think that Hardcastle is undercover? No, not at this point. It's been too long. But he still was a cop, and he was the mayor.
Yeah, I don't think Hardcastle is a very good idea at all. Maybe business side worth of stuff, maybe. I don't know what is like that kind of way, but it doesn't make sense for someone who was an ex-mayor and an ex-cop to want to be a hangaround. Makes zero sense to me. Not only that, being a hangaround that also has someone else that is wanting us to accept. You don't come into a gang with conditions like that.
No, that's what I mean. Like, as much as, but again, like I told Dragon, if Nick vouches for Hardcastle, I wouldn't be against it because Nick knows better. He knows the people. Hey, Hodded. So, and he's the one looking for people around those hours so he can hang out with people. But at the same time, is he doing this because he thinks he's cut out to be, seaside, or is he doing this because he wants people to be seaside around those hours, and this is, somebody he's hanging out with in the first place?
When I was talking to Dragon, I said to him, I don't want him to feel like I'm shitting on all of the people that he's bringing. However, I need him to see the bigger picture and understand what the gang is going to look at these people like. So the third one that he brought up was Bailey, who is a Hayes employee. Still very young in their crim fucking career.
Bailey?
I have massive red flags about loyalty. Now, the reason I have red flags about loyalty is she was, I believe, dating, might not be dating, possibly, unsure, or didn't want to label it, whatever the fuck they were. Donut, our hangaround. Now, they were doing that. Donut received a message that had that come from her phone with with her ex's name on it a couple of times.
A couple of times.
So
okay, why do you say it like that? Why do you say it came from her phone, assuming that
so
somebody
she
else
messaged
texted
him. Well, unsure. I don't know, but I think she did. I didn't really dig too much, right? But it came from her phone with his name on it. So it was Nomad, right?
I'd pay people for that.
By the sounds of it, it was her texting it, but I'm just saying, right? So there was that. Then Donut found out Nomad had been inside of his house and wrote Nomad was here with a smiley face, which I believe that he also shares with Bailey. So that was another issue. Now, Nomad's her ex. The way that she ended up getting with Nomad was she was dating his nephew. And ended up cheating on his nephew with him. And then they got together.
Well, that's already a red fucking flag if she's fucking with his nephew and then cheated on his nephew to be with him, and now he's coming back up in fucking text messages.
Yes. So to me, this is loyalty issues. So when you have loyalty issues inside of a relationship, I get it, people fuck up and that kind of shit. However, the amount of loyalty that you need for a gang is far different and more in depth. If you can't even do it in a relationship, how do I expect you to be able to do it in a fucking gang properly?
Yeah, but then at the same time, I feel like relationship stuff is a bit different. It's kind of... But it's already questionable. Have you asked, like, have you talked to her, or has Dragon talked to her or about those things?
No, not yet. Well, fucking around with Donut, Benji and I, and said that he's not going to be a full member until she's a full member if they're dating and she's in the gang. My concern was, did she date Donut just to get closer to Seaside? Because now they're not dating because of this whole message thing that happened. So was that a way to get closer to Seaside? Is my question.
Mm.
That's another concern to me. So whilst I get that he's bringing up people's names, he seems to be bringing up people's names that he's not really vetting properly yet.
Well, is he just bringing them up as in they might be of interest, or is it somebody that he thinks should be a hang around?
So no, so he's bringing it up as potentials, right? So potential hang around meaning keep an eye on him and gauge what you think, or say anything that you don't like about this person, whether or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's more about this is who I'm looking at the moment. Doesn't mean that they're gonna be a hang around, but it's a phase where we start talking, keeping an eye on that person. But all three that is brought have substantial red flags on it so far.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not an easy person to please. However, there's a reason why I'm very defensive about things. I don't want someone coming in and fucking all this shit up.
Well, yeah. No, I get that.
And do we also want to take a baby Crim who is just getting on their feet when they need to learn a lot of things about gangs, especially having to, like, how are they going to take when I fucking drill the living fuck out of them? Like, I made fucking Smalls' girlfriend think that I was going to fucking murder her today.
Hmm.
Took her out to an island and everything. How's a new baby Crim going to handle that? They'll shit themselves. Granted, she was also shitting herself, but she's not in the game. Like, you catch my drift with that?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Can we handle the order for the hospital now, or do you need to do that later?
Uh, I'll probably do that later.
Okay. All right.
Right.
So you haven't told me exactly what you want me to do other than just do it all.
Yeah, just do everything.
So you're not okay. All right, I get it. But I'm glad that you gave me this car as a signing bonus. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to put it in my name now or later?
Probably way later.
Okay.
Civ side. Also, just to talk about the thing that you said that having two groups of people is gonna, it's gonna split. I feel like Seaside is already kind of split in some ways.
Oh, it definitely is. I've already pointed this out. It's split. It's split in multiple different ways. So, like for example, you've got the JJ versus fucking Draco kind of split. You got me and somewhat yourself, who just float around and would fine doing whatever kind of thing, but I don't really care too much about fucking running around shooting cops. Although I have done it, and if I need to, would do it. But now that I'm doing this, it's a different thing, right?
Mm.
So for me, I've never really been a part of doing the whole fucking job thing. As exciting as the oil rig was, it was different than doing, say, for example, like robbing the fucking vault every day.
I'm not against it, but I feel like Civ side should be under an umbrella in that case.
There's already that kind of split, but I just float around and do my own thing a lot of the time.
That might be a
I don't
good
have an
thing.
issue with that.
You know what we should do?
What?
So if we want to, if like I said, I'll be up for it that we have our own or like a different part. Like if we start a company, like we talked about with Benji. I don't care. He can be the fucking leader or CEO of it or owner, just to shut him up. But we could always have this, civilian part inside that company as an umbrella to things.
Yeah.
In the
I think that's something
business
that
side
would
of
work.
things or civilian side of things, you have them in that and work towards a
Yeah.
goal or help them out in you know, business shit.
Yeah. Civ side's making a return. I think it's something that can work as long as there's clear boundaries that are set. People understand it.
Did I post a
That
clip? No, not yet.
you're more of like an associate to the gang than the gang itself, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you get voting ability, what happens in the gang, or any of that kind of
Well,
shit.
no, they shouldn't. They shouldn't care
means
about that
that
either.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. But it means that if people fuck with your business, the seaside will end up fucking biting back for it.
Hmm.
Because we all know what happens when you fuck with an umbrella business, right?
Yeah.
That'll be kind of the same shit.
It's a double-edged sword though, because at the same time, people can be like, "Oh, you're
Yes. Like what happens with Payne.
related." Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll work on that more and see what happens from there.
Sure.
Did I tell you Benji sent a hitman after me?
Why?
Because of this whole business thing and me being a CEO.
Okay.
Yeah. His hitman was paid $5 grand, but his hitman didn't do shit. Because Benji told me he sent a hitman after me. The first person that fucking walked up to me, I pulled my gun and I'm just like, do anything. You pull a weapon, I'm gonna kill you.
I already told him
shit
that you
himself.
can't. He literally, when we talked about this shit, he said, "I'm gonna pay somebody $5 grand." I was like, "That's not enough money, you fucking idiot."
Joke's on him. If he does anything to me and then I've got to go to ICU, he's got to deal with all the gang politics himself. We had a performance review of JJ yesterday and had a massive talk to him about how we want him to start bridging the gap that's happening instead of pointing fingers, doing that shit. So hopefully he understands. It seemed like it was a good talk. It did end in KJ shooting me in the foot though. Benji shot KJ in the foot.
Why did KJ shoot you in the foot?
Well,
How did the
'cause I
meeting?
told
How did that
Mari-
meeting with JJ turn into KJ shooting you in the foot?
Well, I told Mari to go fuck herself.
Oh.
And then KJ pulled out a RPG and pointed it at me, and he's just like, he said something, and I said, "You wouldn't do that." He's like, "You no ballsing me," and I walked next to the car with Mari in it. I said, "Yeah, I'm no ballsing you." I knew he wouldn't blow up his car or his fucking wife. So after that, he's just like, "No, I might not use this," and pulls out a gun and then points it at my foot and shot me in the foot. So then Benji shot him in the foot. Yeah. It was interesting. All right, where are we going now?
Where are we going now? Let me check.
I think you need to talk with Rod. You need Larry wanted fucking some shit or some crap.
Yeah, we can go and talk to Rod.
And I also need fucking I need drugs to sign people up for this shit. How do you want me to pay them?
Huh?
How do you want me to pay the people that sign up for these clinical trials?
From the business.
I'll just pay them straight to their bank account.
Yeah.
Is there anything specific you want me to put, or?
No, I'll like when I did it, I just put notes as medical trials. You can.
Are you putting their name so we can keep track of it?
Well, the name is automatically on the bank transfer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. I don't
How
know
are you
if you
working out how much they're getting?
I don't know. It's just a flat rate for a trial, basically.
Just how much?
50 grand.
Okay. Have you given me bank access so I can do that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I don't know if I can do that. I think Jazz might have to do that.
Have a look and see.
Totally functional gang.
Bug.
I don't know.
Drop up.
How do you give people access? Wait, where the fuck do you even do that? I'm assuming at the bank.
No, so you do it in the little appointment app. When you hover over their name, if you see a little bank icon, you can do that. If not, then you don't have to.
Oh yeah, no, I can't do that then. I can pay you, I can remove you, and I can change your role.
You need to see the little bank icon.
Mm.
It'll be that's it. So I work on pamphlets and try and get more people signed up for this shit. Then once it's ready, like department said 10 of each, what they'll take. And it's still 10 pills per bottle.
Yes.
And how much are you giving people to start with? Is it a bottle or?
Usually like 3 bottles, so they have. And then it depends. Like some is only 1 a day, you know, and then some is 3. So.
Or when required.
Yeah.
So.
Let me see what Rod is.
Yo, what's good?
Where are you at?
Mirror Park.
All right. We'll be there in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Dysfunctional brings more spice.
Guessing Mirror Park?
Yeah. These. I guess it was for the 38. Appreciate it.
How are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Still feel like shit, or you getting better?
No, it's getting better.
You laying off the morphine now?
No.
Okay. Is it going to become an issue?
No. No, like I told you, I can stop whenever I want.
What every junkie says, Michael. Guessing Liquid Library?
I don't know. Oh yeah, he's over there.
Want me to hang out here?
Yo,
Yeah.
Hello.
what's good?
Not a
Living
whole
my
lot.
best life.
Well, he actually has a purpose now, which is new to him.
Crazy.
Who, me?
No, he
To
does.
me.
Oh, nice. That's good.
The fuck? Someone was sentenced for 599,940 months.
That's a lot of months.
Oh,
That's like,
that's fucked.
that's a lot of months.
That's a lot of months.
All right, so we're gonna go up on balcony.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll be right back. So where did we what did we leave off at? I forgot.
We were talking about the trank guns and also just in general how you want to structure everything.
When we're talking about the entire, like, her leaving and everything.
Oh, with May? Yeah, true. Basically, May was asked pretty straightforward how she said something might happen or something bad could happen to the HOA if a member of the HOA did anything. She was asked pretty straightforward. What could happen to the HOA? And she just wouldn't answer.
Michael wants a tea? No, he wants to figure this shit out. Okay. I talked to her
And
and
that started sowing some doubt. And she didn't really do herself many favors. Not to say that on, our side, we could have probably done things better too. But she was not told to leave. She was not asked to leave. She decided to step down.
okay. Okay. So I'll tell you because well, I'm obviously not part of this, but I am kind of part of this. So I called her, right? Because I got parts of it from people and parts of it from Mary herself, and I think it's dumb. Hydra shouldn't have been brought up in the first place as a threat.
Yeah.
Because what happened is a yokai business. It's an eternal thing, and I guess yokai isn't a gang, but it's still, a group of people that should handle their own shit. Hydra shouldn't have been brought up in the first place because they have nothing to do with what's going on. At the same time, HOA should not be involved either, because the guy that was involved in this, and I'm assuming his girlfriend,
Hobby.
yes, he knew what he signed up for. That she is upset and wants to go after Mary, that is on her, and only her.
I agree.
She shouldn't, because like I said, he knew what he signed up for. It's part of the deal, and you at the end of the day, you can't be upset about something you sign up for. It's the same as when people get upset about being blotted out. You knew from the start that you signed up for something that isn't a pleasant thing.
100%.
The
The concern wasn't let's just say what we were told was so
vague.
Vague and convoluted because it wouldn't it wasn't just communicated to us what was said. In fact, it was
No, she fucked up.
what's the best way to put it? It seemed as if it's hard to know if at the time, what was communicated was just a misunderstanding or what, but it was very far off from the reality of the situation. HOA never was planning on getting involved in Yokai's business. In fact, I told multiple people I really don't give a fuck what happened to Wakabi. That's Yokai shit. But when I'm told information, something bad could happen to the HOA if Merc does anything, and then I say, okay, well, what would happen? And then I don't get a fucking response
Yeah, that's bad.
at all. That's concerning.
It's not concerning. It's bad.
Yeah.
That's like leaving you with a threat, but you're not telling what could happen. Like it's literally the stupidest thing. But she told me the same thing, that she said something to you guys without giving the full context, and then she fucked off.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't fucking do that. You don't leave people saying that, oh, hey, by the way, you're probably gonna die tomorrow, and then leave it at that. Like, okay,
Yeah, and
thanks.
it's like, okay, well, like, what do you mean? And it's like, I felt like I was pulling teeth trying to get any information, and I'm like, I feel like I should. If you're concerned something could happen to the HOA, just fucking tell me, please.
Well, say it all or say nothing.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That's when it got messy, and people were concerned. I think validly. I think I don't know. I wish the whole situation went differently. I genuinely, and I'll say always, I did not want May to leave. May's one of my closest friends.
So did May take it? Like, did she not like the fact that you guys told her that she fucked up, or what's the reason? Like, did she react to the feedback, or did she react to the entire
She felt like
thing?
Some people, and they said that their trust is slightly shaken in her, which I don't think is I mean, it's not. I mean, it's valid to be honest. Like, it is what it is. People are gonna feel how they feel, and she just decided to, at that point, instead of staying, to earn the trust back, to leave.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be real. When it comes to Mary, I don't think I may look. Everybody has a person that they have a soft spot for. I'm not gonna blame people for that. Um, that's just how it is. Nobody is like 100% with everything. When it comes to Mary, that's May's soft spot. Um,
How much can I
but
put this to?
I don't
Oh,
know.
10. There we go.
Nobody asked her to leave. Nobody wanted her to leave. And people were just saying, she might need to earn some of the trust back with like withholding that information. And she just decided that it was best if she left. And, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna fucking stop her. I mean, it fucking sucks. It made me really fucking upset. And it was like the last thing I wanted to happen. But
I feel like this is another scenario I was inside. Like people go to the extreme really quickly
yeah,
instead of talking it out and trying to figure things out. Bro, I feel like
yeah,
if fucking Reggie and I were not in Seaside and as council members, shit would have imploded ages ago. And
yeah.
I talked to her about it, which
It's
is funny because she said that she fucked up. She knew she fucked up by not telling you guys. But then at the end of the day, she goes to the extreme and just leaves, knowing that she did fuck up. And there's
and
no. You can't blame people for not trusting. Obviously, it doesn't sound like extreme. Like, hey, your trust is just gone forever. Like, it's
yeah.
more like, hey, you fucked up. Next time you do something like that, I don't know if I can trust you. That kind of thing. But you can always make it better.
Yeah, it was more like, right now things might be shaky, but they can be like the trust can be earned back. And I don't know, she just gave me her flag and walked out. And she didn't say she was leaving then. And then we go and talk to Mary, and I hear from Mary that she left the HOA. She didn't even tell us first, which really fucking sucks.
That's even worse, though. That just shows that she has no respect.
Like, I'll be real, like, she could have just, like, she said when she was leaving before, like, this might be me leaving the HOA. She
Oh
didn't
no,
say she
it's
was
getting
leaving. She
worse.
said, this might be me leaving. And, like,
Oh no, what's happening? It's getting
I don't
brighter.
know. And when I heard from Mary that May said, Mary had the impression that she was, like, kicked out of the HOA or something. And I was like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody kicked her out. Nobody wanted May to leave. What do you mean?
What is... I don't understand. She seems like she's seeing and hearing and doing things that... Oh boy. I think I might be high.
Maybe.
I
Bro, I don't know. This whole situation just fucking sucks. I'll be real. Like, May is one of my
Vader, thank you so much for the 11 months.
closest friends in the HOA and one of the only people I could actually talk to about shit because she was high command. So we got the same info, and I can't really talk to a lot of people in the HOA about shit now. And I lost that person. So I'm like, well, fuck. But I don't know. She just look, nobody handled the situation perfectly. Like, we could have done more to probably
Hey, Penguin.
not let it escalate to where it did. She could have definitely done things differently or fucking approached it differently.
I feel like that's the case for most people. But that's why these people taking it to the extreme is something they should really consider, because there's no going back.
Yeah.
Like, this is extreme. And then the
Yeah,
fact
she
on
talked to
top of
Sis
that...
the other day too. I don't know. Sis said he talked to her and he said to give her the week or something. But
Yeah, I
I don't
would
really see her
say,
coming
like, I
back.
would say let her
But
cool as well. Like, let her think about things, but at the same time, she fucked up. She fucked up by
yeah,
just quitting, and she fucked up by not even telling you guys that she quit, by having somebody else
I
tell
had
you,
to
which
hear
is...
I had to hear it from Mary. It's like, dude, if you like in the HOA, if you fucking aren't happy and you want to leave, generally, unless you do something to like really fuck over the group, we're not gonna fucking blood you out, or it's not gonna be, this whole thing. Um, but
Well, that's the thing. Michael
I don't know.
realized that every group is fucked because of communication.
Some things rub me the wrong way, but I don't know. It sucks.
Give her some time, talk to her about it. But at the end of the day, she shouldn't have a different, like, she shouldn't be treated differently because of like the way she's handled this and the way she's gone about it is not something that should be looked at with,
Yeah.
like, it's bad.
Yeah, it's not the best look. We didn't do everything perfectly on our side. She definitely didn't. Look, here's the thing. People have come back from a lot fucking worse than what May did. I mean, Ant fucking shot me in the head. I don't know if you know this. Before I was even in HOA, Ant shot me in the head and told me to never come back to Mirror Park.
Huh.
A long time ago.
Jesus. Well, that's what I
And look at
mean.
me
Like,
now.
that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying she should never come back, but she's not gonna come
Yeah.
back and be,
Well, it's gonna be
in the
harder
same
now after this shit.
Yeah, and she's not gonna come back and be in the same positions. If she does come back, now she made it worse on herself in terms of trust. So she's gonna have to
Yeah.
work she's gonna have to work that much harder, and she's not gonna just come back and be like, yeah, I had a bad time, I felt bad, I lashed out, I'm sorry, can I just no? That's not how it works. Like she fucked up, and
Yeah.
it was handled poorly
I
on
mean,
her end.
I'll be real with you. I straight up asked her. I personally don't like loyalty tests in general, but I asked her. I'm like, May, in the future, would you withhold something that would hurt the HOA if you knew if you told us it might fuck over Mary? And she just was silent.
Everyone's using yokai.
And
So she
that
also
says a
chose
lot.
she chose another group over her.
And that's, I mean, if that's where she stands, that's where she stands. Eventually she said she would, but it was like, it was a very long pause. And she said it would depend on the context, which I get. I don't, but I'm just like, I don't know. I really don't care what the fuck people do, but if you know information that could negatively impact the group as a whole, you have to fucking tell the other people. Like, you have to. Even if you don't want to, you need to. But look, the last thing I wanted was for May to leave. It actually is like, it's kind of fucked with me. Like, it fucking sucks.
Yeah. Give her time. See what happens.
Yeah, it's...
Because if you go to the extreme like that, it means that you were heated and probably didn't think about it. But at the end of the day, it's gonna hurt her. But take it as it comes. See what happens. That's really
I mean,
all
look,
I
if
can
she
say.
ends up being happier, with whatever path she's on, that's good. But I wish it... I don't know. The main thing that left a bad taste in my mouth was hearing from Mary that she left the HOA.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, why couldn't you just tell us to our face?
Because some people don't think that far ahead.
Yeah. Is what it is. What are you up to today?
Meetings. Business.
Nice. I know that life.
Dealing with Reggie.
Wait, what do you mean? I've been a peach to deal with today.
Yeah, it's
dealing with
because
you, man.
it's because you're on your medication.
Wait, what medication?
Yeah.
I need more meds, Michael.
How do you need more meds?
I need more. I ate all of them.
How did you? Huh?
I
You
ate all of
them
them.
all in 14 days? In 4 days?
Yeah.
All right, Reggie. Here's your CEO to chew him out.
What do you mean?
Okay.
What
So
do you
what
mean,
drugs were you on?
I think anti-anxiety meds. I don't know.
You're on anti-anxiety meds.
What other
and
ones you guys got?